White Rhino.
As the day carried on, the crew scored some of the best waves ever seen. While hypnotized in the moment, no one could predict what lied just beyond the horizon.
I knew for a fact that the tide was going to switch at about 3-4 o'clock. Kelly did too. And we were waiting and waiting and waiting. So at that moment, I finished my duties as a commentator. Kelly and I jumped on a boat. We went out. The first thing we saw when we got to the lineup is the biggest waves anybody's ever seen.
When that set first started to appear on the
Cloud break.
horizon, we could just see the lines.
I think that's
coming
him
in,
on
and it
the
was
jet
just
ski.
absolutely huge. Like, I've been out at Fiji 10, 20 times and seen huge sets, and I've never seen anything like this. I mean, the feeling that we all had in our gut as this thing hit the lineup.
Watching it come down the reef,
Man, oh man.
doing these ungodly things, and I was paddling over it, but I wanted to kind of stall at the, because I wasn't really sure if I was going to make it over or not. But the second that I knew I was going to make it over that first wave, I tried to go over as slowly as possible because I wanted a real look at the transition. There's a spray coming off the back of the wave, and I can't see anything yet. But what I do see is just black wall of water across.
I remember thinking, there it is. This is it. This wave is so perfect. I've never seen anything like this in my whole entire life.
It was just like survival. Okay, I'm paddling because I'm gonna die if I'm
There's Healy.
sucked over on this wave.
Okay, I'm shaking talking about it. The noise of the wave coming down the reef was
Look
actually
at
it's rushing down the reef. And people are just scratching to get out of the way.
I witnessed what is probably the biggest wave I've ever photographed, biggest barrel I've ever photographed, maybe 50 foot high and about 60 foot strong.
Coolest thing was Mark Healy paddling up the face of this wave, barely making it over the first wave of the set.
Cole Christensen on the right. Mark Healy on the left.
And I remember I just turned, I just started paddling, and I heard somebody like right on there yelling, "Go, go!" And I remember looking up the reef, and I remember seeing the lip line just detonating on the reef. And I remember looking down, and I remember seeing Healy like way down there as I'm paddling up. And I'm paddling like up and over, yeah? And I'm looking down at him and looking at this barrel, the biggest barrel I've ever seen. And I just see him like dive underneath. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so glad I'm not him right now.
What a lot of people don't realize as well is that when those big waves pass, there's a lot of momentum even after you paddled over it that's pulling you back. So my first strokes to get going and try to get under this next wave of undetermined size, I'm still going backwards. I'm just watching myself lose ground and burn more energy. So I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I'm probably not going to make it. This is just an apocalyptic view that I have in front of me. Okay, I gotta time my strokes. How much energy am I willing to use right now to chance getting under it while still keeping my ability to possibly hold my breath for a really long time and take a really intense impact?
Until the second one went by, then I heard everybody yelling. And I was like, oh no, what happened?
I'm in Fiji all the time, and
Oh,
I've
man.
never seen a wave like that.
Every photo that I took just felt like this was going to be the greatest shot I'd ever taken.
All right.